Anyone who has left employment after years of work always expects some form of reward, and gratuity is what hovers in one's mind at such times. What is gratuity? This is a financial reward that one gets from a company after years of service. It varies from one organization to another and can be 1, 2, or more years of service. Welcome once again to 5 Talents Africa. To my returning viewers and new visitors, please subscribe below, like and share to benefit others. You can also comment on the topic and hit the notification bell to know when we next upload a video. All these are ways of supporting this channel to bring you more tutorials. Thank you for joining us today as we learn more about gratuity. To understand gratuity better, some people equate it to a tip which is given to an employee for good service. Some organizations give their workforce rewards for different full years completed in service. For example, after 2 years, you can get a golden bracelet or a wristwatch. After another 5 years, a golden wall clock. And this continues until retirement, depending on the company's policy. Did you know that gratuity is not a mandatory payment by an employer at the end of your contract or when you leave employment? No, it is not. Payment of gratuity is at the discretion of the employer. The circumstances under which you separated from the company can also determine the kind of gift or reward that an employer gives you. On many occasions, employees have been disappointed after separation, even if they were aware that the company they worked for does not provide gratuity. This is normally clarified during onboarding, in the employment contract, or the staff policies. Let us now look at circumstances under which an individual may separate from a company. An employee can resign from an organization, and if their contract did not have the provision of gratuity, then they will only get the salary for the month, any pending leave days, allowances, and pension accumulated at that time. That is, if part of the savings was in a private entity, the employee is at liberty at this time to transfer the pension to a company of their choice. Another scenario of separation is when an employee dies or is terminated. As long as there is no provision for gratuity, the employer will only pay what is due to the employee and any other amount based on their discretion. This is similar to what one gets when they resign. Sometimes employees separate from organizations as a result of redundancy, and this is when the position is no longer required in that company. It is only under this circumstance that such an employee may get some funds in the form of service pay, and this is usually calculated at the rate of 15 days for each year worked, and it's paid in addition to any other payments due to the employee. All these separations do not talk about gratuity. Therefore, when does an employee get gratuity? If there is a provision for this in the company, then an employee gets the monies at the end of their contract, and this can be after 1 or more years. Organizations that offer this benefit always ensure that it is clearly stated in their documents, and this can be the employment contract or staff policies. Please let us know in the comments below if you've been paid gratuity before and on what basis. We have now seen that gratuity is paid at the discretion of an employer who determines who is paid, how often it is paid, when it is paid, and at what rate. This brings us to the end of our tutorial today. Please share below any questions or comments on the topic discussed. We shall be glad to get back to you. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video.